here. Hello. I just met Jake recently at his mom's house, and we had a long discussion about Islam and what is supposed to be a good dialogue, good evening. And I met Jake there. He just returned from Peace Corps, spending 2 years in Morocco, right? And I asked him to share what is his experience in a Muslim country and how was he treated. So that's a very good thing in my mind, because a lot of the people just say Muslims are terrorists, but they have never experienced Islam or Muslims. So here is Jake to share his experience.
Thank you very much. So I just got back in May, actually, pretty recent. I'm working through my transition, working, life, seeing family and friends, but being in Morocco was an amazing experience. I was welcomed with open arms, more food than I could possibly eat, and invitations to drink tea at every hour of every day. It was so much so that I fell in love with the country and all the families and friends that hosted me and took good care of me. It was a very tough time, 2014 to 2016. I was abroad for the Paris terror attacks, the attacks in Brussels as well. And the one message that I was asked to bring to everyone back in America is just how peaceful and welcoming Islam is as a religion. The people from Morocco understand that we get a barrage of media outlets telling us to be afraid, to be scared, and whether it's through Facebook or CNN, it happens everywhere, sometimes subconsciously.
9/11's an inside job. There's thermite in the dust. We have to wake up to that, or we are culpable for the
It would be great if you would let this opportunity be peaceful, and regardless of how people view opinions on 9/11, the solution is the same. It's to love everybody every day, and eventually we will find peace in this world. So thank you.
All right, so now we have a 6-year-old Muslim girl. Her name is Iman, and she is going to sing a song for us, but she needs some encouragement. So can you please give her a hand?
माइक किधर है? 2 माइक लगाए हैं।
I would write of love, of hope and joy, and things that peace could bring. And when we sing my magic song of hate and war, could cease. If I could write a magic song, I'd write a song of peace. One song for all of us. One song could bring us peace. One song could make a miracle for all of us. A song of peace with just one magic song that everyone could sing. And when we sing, sing of hope and things that peace could bring. And when we sing our magic song of hate and war, just one song, one magic song that
And I just requested her recently to just, if she could sing a peace song. So she chose this one. Thank you. Our next speaker is Bhavana Kamil, one of my favorite Muslim scholars. Here is Bhavana Kamil.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon all of you. I was asked to share a few words about peace in Islam. Islam is somewhat unique in that it's a religion not named after a person or place, but rather a concept. Islam shares its root word with the word salam, which is the word for peace. And Islam itself means submission. Therefore, Islam is often translated as achieving peace through submission. But this kind of submission is not a passive act. The actual root word of Islam is silm, S-I-L-M. Silm means to make peace, and making peace takes work. Making peace requires embracing our differences and coming together. In the Quran, God says, "O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female, and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of God is the most righteous of you, and God is all-knowing, all-acquainted." Making peace also requires rejecting prejudice and recognizing the intrinsic and equal dignity of every human being. In the final sermon that the Prophet Muhammad gave his people, he said, "All mankind are from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. A white person has no superiority over a black person, and a black person has no superiority over a white person, except by piety and good action." Making peace also requires humility and rejecting hate. God describes the servants of God. He says, "The servants of God, the most gracious, are those who walk in the earth in humility and gentleness. And when the ignorant address them, they say, peace." Making peace requires mercy. There is a verse in the Quran where God says, "And we have not sent you but as a mercy to all of creation," referring to the Prophet Muhammad. And the Prophet Muhammad himself said, "Be merciful to the people of the earth and the one in the heavens," meaning God will be merciful upon you. Making peace also requires standing up for what is right. There is a saying of the Prophet Muhammad, "Whosoever of you sees an evil, let him change it with his hand. And if he is not able to do so, then with his tongue. And if he is not able to do so, then with his heart. And that is the weakest of faith." Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, making peace requires justice. In the Quran, God says, "O you who believe, be steadfast for God in equity, and let not hatred of any people seduce you that you deal unjustly. Deal justly, for that is nearer to your duty." And also in the Quran, God said, "O you who believe, stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to God, even though it be against yourself, or your parents, or your kin. Be he rich or poor. God is a better protector of you both.
I speak the truth.
So follow not the lusts of your hearts, lest you may avoid justice." So it is when we embrace these divine ideals and submit ourselves to work towards them that we will truly achieve peace, both within ourselves and amongst ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
If we all come in closer, we can hear. If we come in closer, we can hear.
Let's get rid of this illusion.
So I forgot, I'm introducing the next act. These are 5 of my 34 Girl Scouts. They're going to be singing "If I Had a Hammer." I know a lot of you know this song, made popular by Peter, Paul, and Mary. So if you'd like to join in, feel free.
Oh
Assembly member, Hanson Chu. Again, one of my favorite politicians because he comes to Palo Alto knowing no votes, no volunteers, no money. So that's why I like those politicians.
Oh,
Yes.
well, thank you very, very much. You know, Samina is a dear friend of mine. Over the years, every year she opened up her home to have this multi-faith, multicultural gathering. So I just love her food. That's why I attended her gathering, you know, over the years. But today is a huge event. I 450 people. Do you cook for all of them?
I cook do things, but then I have a lot of help because, you know, when you do God's work, there are so many angels who help. That's how I feel.
Great. Well, but as a state legislature, I'm very, very happy to be invited and honored to be here to participate in a multicultural interfaith event. I'm very, very happy to see my master, Jianhu Fashi, you know, as a Buddhist by religion. I'm really, really happy to see you, Master Jianhu, here. And very difficult to follow a bunch of 5-year-olds saying that, you know, so I guess Samina put me in a very difficult position today. I wish I'd be the first speaker, but I'm right after the kids' performance, make it real a challenge for me. So I will make it just very, very short to present a state resolution for Samina and thank her for her tireless work to making peace in our community, and hopefully will have a big impact to our state and our nation. So Samina, would you please? Oh, okay. Well, how about? Thank you very much. Help me with that. But I do have another one just for the American Muslim Boys Foundation, so you can help me with this one. All right. And I'll ask the Jianhu Fashi to join us on a group picture. Yeah? Okay.
All right. So, you know, we celebrated 9/11 differently.
Thank you.
We honored victims of 9/11, their families, first responders, and everybody who has been making peace since 2001. And after doing the 10th anniversary with over 600 people at the MCA, biggest mosque in California, I went back to September 11th Families for Peaceful Tomorrow and asked them how would they feel if this negative day, tragic day, could be changed in one of peace and community building in their loved one's memory. And I faced being rejected or just saying, what are you talking about? Because some of the people had that reaction. But they are such lovely people. They said, Samina, we would love nothing more than to have this day into one of community and peace building. Then I went to Supervisor Cortese and asked him for his support. I said, Supervisor, how would you feel if we don't do just, candlelight bridges anymore, but build peace on this day and community? He loved it too. So since 2012, I think, we have been doing peace picnics. Sometimes in Palo Alto, sometimes at the county. My only request to all of you is, please, when the media or your fellow Americans say, where are the Muslims? Why don't they do anything? This event is organized, the peace part, by Muslims. We cooked, brought over 450 people. And we are poor organization. We don't have money. We are not funded by anybody. This is labor of love. So if you hear from somebody who says, oh, Muslims are not doing anything, they're terrorists. Can you please be our ambassador? Can you please be our ambassador? Because media won't show you. I sent a, press release, then I called them and told them how many people are coming and how diverse a group is coming. Do you see any media here? Do you see it?
No.
I don't. So if media had reported this, do you think some of the fellow Americans would say, oh, we see Muslims are doing something? 2009, on September 11th, we went to Washington, D.C., in front of the White House, and held iftar dinner and 9/11 memorial. Media came. Lots of media came because that was a unique thing to do outside White House. But you know what they reported? Even the Washington Post chose 4 of our photographs from our event, but did not put the name of American Muslim Voice organized that event. Now that's a crime. To me, that is a crime. Because if you want solutions, you want to bring people together. But they will report one murder and they will report that day in, day out for months. But when we went there, what Fox reported was we were so close to the White House that if we thrown a stone, that would have been in the White House. That was the report. So please, I urge you again to be our ambassadors and go to our website if you think this work is worth supporting. We have PayPal there. Please support us because we have another event coming up in December. That is, we share our biggest holiday, that is Eid Festival, and this will be our 3rd Eid Festival. And we have had over 250 people just for that too. And we feed people for free, all the time, because we want to show people who Muslims are, who Pakistanis are, what Islam teaches us, because that's what we're supposed to be. The rahmah, the kind, merciful people for the rest of the world, and hospitable. So I thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. You have no clue what it meant for me, for all of you to be here. Because as I open my heart, home, and my mind and soul to all of you, by coming here, what you have told me is that you trust me as your Muslim sister. So the food I'm cooking, you are eating. So that must be love. So my heart is full of love for all of you and gratitude for all of you. Thank you. My least favorite thing to do is taking food back. So please, I am exhausted. Don't make me do that.